Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of Today's Youth. And today our topic will be the new republic and a new vision, a new era in Egypt's history. And we will be talking more about this with our guest over the phone, Engineer Mario Emad from the Egyptian Leadership Presidential Program. Thank you for joining us, Mario. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Naveen. I would like to greet everybody and people and all the staff.
Thank you, Mario. Mario, the new republic is a new vision and a new era for Egypt. How do you see the new republic with regards to Egyptian youth?
First of all, the youth are the pole of the country. So if we are talking about youth, we are talking about their contributions as a base and a core. So they are initiating things and they are conducting things to the ceiling. It's like a building. You have the base, you have the columns, you have the ceiling. So if we talk about the youth, they are putting the new ideas, putting the new strategies for the new republic. And for the presidential program, for example, they are contributing to many programs, political and environmental and even economical directions in order to enhance and reach the target of the new republic and the vision of 2030 by the President of the Federation. So everyone was chosen in order to contribute to this. If we talk about the political parties, they are doing something similar to this. They are conducting the problems of the people, the challenges to the government and how could we solve it. They also do a lot of parties through the elections and move through many parties. The youth that are working in the worldwide organizations and in the social organizations, they are doing the same. They are moving into many directions in order to deliver the people's ideas, the people's challenges, and how to solve it and how to promote the technologies in order to reach the target of getting the new republic.
Right. The new republic federation was formed. What are the main goals of this new federation? It was formed from Egyptian youth from different sectors of the society. What are the main goals of this federation?
The main goal is to represent the youth, because a lot of youth are not reaching to they have ideas and they don't know how to conduct these ideas, and also they have a lot of challenges in order to achieve their targets. So how to form a database for this? The database will be responsible for collecting all the ideas and how to take the trajectory in an organized way, not to lose any of their entries, and how to reach the target and how to get back to the youth themselves. And they had a lot of directions and a lot of fields they are working in. They are various fields in order to reach most of the targeted people.
Yes. The Egyptian leadership is giving great attention through the recent years, the recent past few years. How do you see this attention through which the presidential leadership program took place, youth conferences and the International Youth Forum? Tell me, how do you assess the great attention given by the government to the Egyptian youth, and what's the impact of this on the Egyptian youth?
Thank you, Ms. Naveen, for highlighting that conference, because this is one of the main achievements for the presidential leadership program, is to make something like COP27. Something like COP27 could reach the whole world. Like sometimes I meet people that they know about Egypt because of it. Some of the political people, some of the in the faraway parts of the world that they don't even know things about Egypt. So they come to this conference. They are very, very effective people. So we could gather all these people from all over the world, organize the events that they are really interested in. They are of high standards of science, and that they have very specialized points. Once they meet these things in Egypt, and through the conferences, through everything, and also help to get their ideas, promoting the whole world, climatic changes, and the challenges, this is the best achievement for the presidential leadership program. But also we can say that the presidential leadership program could achieve the effect inside the society. Like they could work through the organizations, through knowing the plans, suggesting new plans for the ministries themselves. We have a lot of armors inside the ministries. So also promoting new techniques, like how to renew the ways of work. Like, for example, if you work for the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Petroleum, this organizations, these ministries are not working anymore like the past. They are working in a new way. They are taking new steps from the beginning, from the start, even the way for the safety, for keeping the people safe was now a very, the first thing for work, for all the ministries. Like if you focus about the Ministry of Petroleum, you say the safety is the first thing, and now there is permit for every work permit, and everything should be stopped with the work permit. And also for the Ministry of Interior, you have now the complaint system. So how now you can do everything online when you're at home, and how you can reach really out of fraud without being scammed and do it as in reality.
Right. Well, Mario, you mentioned two very important points. So one of them is digital transformation, which is mainly implemented by the youth. You also mentioned the youth conferences. Let's start by talking about digital transformation and how far did we reach this by the efforts of the government and the youth together.
The digital transformation now is a must because all of the world is working there. Like if you wanted to make the national ID, a passport, anything, passport, you need to first apply online. Then you go for the organization just for stamping. So digitalization is very important now. The whole world is organizing this in order to avoid fraud. For example, if everything for financial things is transformed through the digital way, so nothing will be hidden from the government. Even the drugs, the weapons, everything that the government wanted to catch, every trade, illegal trade like this that want to be catched, it would be caught easily. So you can catch this because you know all the transformations now it is digital and everything is digital, even the work.
Yes.
Like you have the steps. Nobody can say this person is an employee who worked against me because, no, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even see you. He has a system. He works with
everything is now more computerized. It works more in technical, advanced technology is prevailing everywhere in all ministries, I think now.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. So, well, Mario, I'll be back with you after the short break. Would you please stay tuned?
Okay.
Welcome back, dear viewers. I'm still with my guest over the phone, Mario Emad. Mario, we spoke about digital transformation and its implementation in the different ministries and the government here in Egypt. We would also like to mention the youth conferences and the International Youth Forum, which created a platform for the youth to meet with other nationalities and create a bond among youth from different nationalities. How do you assess the positive impact of such conferences and gathering on the Egyptian youth?
Yeah, knowing each other's technologies and how every country is working is very important because a lot of countries are going very fast and a lot of countries, other countries are working very slow and the other countries are not working at all. So if you see some country, for example, is working in some system and strongly the youth are telling us, we have changed it to the digitalization of the Ministry of Petroleum, for example. And if, for example, some country else is working in a very handwritten way or the paperwork still is working, so they would feel jealous and they would trying to suggest how to change to the transformation for the digital way and how to promote this in their governments. They also suggest and keep in contact in order to tell them that if you wanted to do this, just guidelines in order to secure this and which company can do it for you. So this is a public for every country. And in order to get a step forward, the country should cooperate with the other through the youth. So the youth were all over the world on one table talking about the achievements of their governments and how they could implement this. And even if some countries are working in a wrong way, that could lead to a fraud or could be used by fraud. So it could be avoided by the others. We have watched a lot of examples like this through attending the conferences. So,
right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, no, okay. I just wanted to say that even it's out of the point, but I wanted to came to my mind that one of the young man, he told me that even his cousin was one of the persons who contributed in the Russian-Ukrainian war. So even the youth themselves, if you are talking about the wars, they are used for wars. They are the arms for everything. This is a political thing, by the way. We are talking about political things. Wars are the worst political things, so we should talk about it also. Even the youth that are, because their fitness, they are choosing to be young. So everyone is holding a weapon. He has a mobile phone in his pocket, and he has Facebook, and he has social media. So also how to affect and reach these people, and even the people that are inventing the techniques for war, and how to reach these people also. So when you reach the youth and you are working with them and you are reaching their ways, you're reaching a very strong base of the war.
Right. Well, Mario, one of the very important initiatives that was formed recently was the Youth for Reviving Humanity, through which youth will reject violence and spread the values of peace. How far do you think youth can participate in spreading values of peace around the world?
The youth for the peace are very important because we wanted to highlight the disadvantages of the war. For example, the economies were affected. Like we talked about that the Israeli government itself was harmed, and there is a lot of millions of shekels were down because of the war. And the Palestinian people, a lot of people are dying, and the children and the old people every day are dying. So how to highlight these disadvantages and how the effects are highlighted. How we talk to the whole world and say, look, what happened? Look, how can we be affected? The supplies that go through Rafah, from Egypt to Palestine. The Palestinian people are receiving it through you. Even the people driving, the people delivering, the people supervising from the presidential leadership program, everybody are young people, and they are calling for peace and supporting the harmed part and conducting the idea that you were harmed for the invading part.
Mario, how do you see the significance of the government's support to the youth?
They are supporting the youth, they are supporting themselves. That's it. Because the youth is everything for next step. They are the future. Like when people get old, they are replaced by others younger. Even for the parliament. You have now the parliament that started to have people for 35 people, 55 years old. So if you promote these people to be leaders and give them the self-trust and you push them forward, they will be the future leaders. When you are retired, so they are the leaders. So when you are supporting the youth, you are supporting the future of the country, even the present, because they are the arms due to their fitness and their ambitions.
Right. Mario, in very brief, my last question, do you think that youth around the world are facing the same common challenges?
Some of the common things, but like for the economical part, a lot of people now, even the United States, even the richest countries are facing the economical things. The anti-fraud systems, how to avoid the fraud. And the same things, like they are similar. There's similar things, a lot of similar things, even how to collect the data and the data that are lost, a lot of challenges for work. Even the old people that see that the young people are not sufficient, haven't sufficient experience, and they cannot do the work. This is the same challenges, the similar challenges. But there are some different. Like the people in Africa, for example, are different from Europe. The people in Africa are facing the thieves in the forests, thieves, the wars inside. But in Europe, they are facing more complex things, but not dangerous like Africa.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, Mario Emad, from the Presidential Leadership Program. Many thanks for your insight. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of Today's Youth. Don't forget to join us next week, same time. Till then, goodbye.